Resources and Climate Change ambayo imeletwa kwetu na Waziri Penina Mukabane leo tarehe 5 katika Malemba Grounds na Kakamega. So nitaisoma kwa Kiingereza. Najua siku hizi kila mtu anaelewa Kiingereza. Private sector and public benefit organizations, chairperson and members, Committee on Water, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, hosts, area MCA, other MCAs present, national and county government officials present, students and pupils, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to invite you today to observe this year's World Environment Day County Celebrations 2023 here at Malemba. This day has been marked every year for the last 50 years since it was set aside by the United Nations General Assembly in 1972. This year, the World Environment Day is international being hosted by the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire and in partnership with the Netherlands. Cote d'Ivoire was selected because it has banned the production and use of plastic bags, supporting a shift to reusable packaging. The city of Abidjan has started tackling plastic pollution and taking initiatives such as repurposing plastic waste to build classrooms and other infrastructure. The national event is being celebrated at Lake Nakuru National Park, Nakuru County. It's a great day for the environment as it brings together people from all walks of life, from governments to private sector, community organizations to even families, to take stock of their efforts and sacrifices made for the environment. It is also a day to reflect on the long conservation journey made by some of our distinguished men and women and to appreciate them for making a difference for the Mother Earth. I'm glad that all of you were able to join us today in marking this Environment Day. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, the global theme on the solutions to plastic pollution is Beat Plastic Pollution. Tumesema the theme is Beat Plastic Pollution. This is a reminder that our actions on plastic pollution matters. The steps as we as government and businesses are taking to tackle plastic pollution will determine if we will effectively combat this problem. It's time to accelerate this action and transition to a circular economy. From industries to our neighborhoods, including our schools, we need to eliminate plastics to zero. Our students and pupils, use your environment clubs in your schools to teach your schoolmates that plastics pollute our environment. Yes, it is time to beat plastic pollution. Ladies and gentlemen, this theme should not limit our focus and caution and lose sight of the bigger picture of other prominent environmental risks. There is a risk of deforestation in our neighborhoods. On 20 December 2021, the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, launched a tree restoration campaign at Gongoro Forest aimed at planting 15 billion trees by 2032. As an extension of today's celebrations, The First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Rachel Ruto, will lead us in the restoration of Kakamega Forest on 8th June, this Thursday. I would like to ask all of you, particularly our teachers and our children in schools, to support this campaign. Children, you will live on this earth more than the adults you are seeing around. Plant trees, ask your parents to plant trees, and try to keep this earth secure for your own sake. Ladies and gentlemen, Kakamega County recognizes the constitutionally assigned mandate of ensuring that every person has access to a clean and healthy environment. Globally, the focus in recent times has been on plastic use and the damage they continue to cause on planet Earth. It is estimated that 110 million tons of plastic are used globally. In Kenya, 24 million plastic bags are used monthly, and out of 2,400 tons of waste generated per day in Nairobi, 20% is plastic. Waste production of plastics is estimated to use 8% of global oil production, both as a raw material and energy in manufacturing. About 80% of waste paper bags end up in dump sites. 8 tons of plastic waste flows into our oceans each year. So mmesikia mheshimiwa akisema that aliona chupa mingi. So this is a result of this. Approximately 100,000 marine animals die annually of suffocation as a result of ingesting plastic bags. A plastic soda bottle in the ocean may retain its shape for 400 years because they are much less biodegradable. Many countries in the world, including Somalia, Bangladesh, Botswana, Israel, France, and Rwanda, have banned the use of plastics. Use of plastics has effects on the environment as well as human life. Burning of plastic emits carbon dioxide, methane, carbon oxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrous oxides, which cause the greenhouse effect and eventually climate change. Accumulation of plastics on land makes it unfit for agricultural use, creates toxic leachate from combusting plastics, landfills pollute groundwater, and plastics block gutters and drains, resulting in flooding in our cities and towns. Plastics are not easy to recycle. Hence, they end up in landfills and dump sites, compromising the beauty of the environment. Similarly, inhaling fumes from burning of plastics increases the risk of heart disease and aggravates respiratory ailments. Microplastics bioaccumulate toxic chemicals in food chain of marine life. Discarded plastics hold rainwater and become breeding sites for mosquitoes, hence high prevalence of malaria and other vector-borne diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, the country effected the ban on single use of plastics in the year 2017, and this ban was met with a lot of resistance from industries and manufacturers as it presented the cheapest packaging option. In the same vein, Sustainable Solid Waste Management Act was enacted last year to introduce the extended producer responsibility. What I was saying hapo awali ya kwamba the person who is producing these bottles is given the responsibility to come and support us to manage the same bottles out of our environment. These are deliberate measures to clear the environment of non-biodegradable menace of the single-use plastic in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, cognizant of this, the government of Excellency Honorable FCPA Fernandez Baraza commits to set new norms and standards in its endeavor to catalyze change of behavior among us, the current generation, and implement effectively the national government policy on ban of single plastic use. We are willing to collaborate with investors who are ready to play a key role in mobilizing finance and setting standards for businesses and industries to move away from harmful plastic production towards circular economies on plastics. Ladies and gentlemen, this year, an opportunity for our county government to strengthen cooperation and show leadership in transformation towards a more sustainable society through public-private partnership model. We are working together with the region organics to establish a fertilizer factory in Matawa, Mumias sub-county, a circular economy approach that applies efficient, zero-waste processes and produce a high-quality end product to tackle organic waste menace. The groundbreaking for the plant was done on 31st of May. This will reduce volumes of solid waste that may pollute our environment. We need to develop data banks for plastic waste, adopt appropriate technologies for collection, sorting, transportation, and recycling plastic waste value chain. We should be able to establish, expand, and strengthen community-based waste recycling centers and promote solid waste value chains to tap into emerging opportunities in the sector. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate this day, let us do something to take care of the earth. I urge everyone from government, industry, communities, civil society, schools, and individuals to come together and make contribution to finding biodegradable substitutes to plastic use. We are all aware that supporting a shift to usable packaging alternatives such as sisal, reeds, water housing, and cotton presents a better biodegradable alternative. I challenge research institutions and academia to explore alternative packaging material, waste minimization strategies, cleaner production methods, and revision of school curricula to incorporate formal environmental education to keep our generation abreast on matters related to environment. May I take this opportunity to thank all stakeholders who have contributed in one way or the other to the success of this county level wide level wide Environment Day celebrations. Let us keep the spirit of togetherness, cooperation, and inclusivity. God bless you all. Saa hiyo ndio speech ya waziri ambaye angependa kuwa na sisi leo, lakini amepata safari ya dharura hakuweza kuwa hapa. Kwa hivyo unajua, baada ya speech ya mkubwa you cannot speak more than that. So may I end there, na niwatakie kila laheri leo, na niwaambie ya kwamba kama serikali ya kaunti ikiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Fernandez Baraza tutafanya kazi hasa upande wa environment tuweze kuboresha mazingira yetu. Asante.